Yo, what's the deal, fam? Hope you all are doing well out there. After surfing the net for a little bit, I recently came across a video that we're all aware of, the infamous Ninth Wonder Cmon Nas video. I haven't seen it in quite some time, so I figured I'd take the time to react to it with more mature eyes and ears. So tune in, let's get to it.
Okay, log jamming. You know it is when the studio Knife Wonder He Jones. I've tried this a lot of times. Okay, I've tried to do this over and over and over, but this time I think it's for real. This time I think it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I remixed the album. I've done what I can. This time I've gotten the call. I've gotten the Nas call.
Right off the bat, can anyone tell me what year this is? It's been a while since the I originally seen it. On YouTube, you can't really go by the year that someone uploaded it because it may not be the original one. But first off, I can just say that to give Ninth his credit, he was a visionary. I think this is on Ustream, right? This is before the whole streaming movement. Like there was a website called Ustream where you can get like exclusive content. I know Joe Button used to be up there heavy too, so that's pretty dope on his part. And also, he spoke on. For those who are unaware, he did a mixtape, God's Stepson, which was a remix of God's Son. I'm assuming that's what he's referring to. And he said he got the Nas call, so let's hear him out.
Okay, so we're gonna play a joint that I sent to him, and you check it out.
Judge.
All right, first off, he said this is a joint that he sent to Nas. Now, I'm assuming that it was one of many on a beat CD because when you get an opportunity like that, I'm pretty sure he didn't just send one beat. Um, Beat is dope sample. The flip is crazy, right? Based on the intro where it went, where it started and where it went was definitely dope. Don't particularly sound like a Nas beat per se, something he would choose, but I'm not Esco, so I don't decide what beats he rhyme on. But judging from that, it doesn't sound like something he would have picked, but let them do their thing. You know, Ninth was like very sampling is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Don't let people have you thinking that chopping samples is easy. First, you have to have an ear to select samples. Then you chopping it up and you manipulating it and trying to figure out how to make it your own. So he is very gifted in that sense. But as the time is going on, like I said, I was going to listen with more mature ears and sight. He is a hell of a beat maker, but I think it's a great thing that Nas didn't choose to work with him exclusively on an entire project. It comes back to range, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Just let this video play out for a little bit. Now, I also have another question. If you have the answer to these, just put it in the comment section. First of all, are you digging this beat, or would you have dug it when it came out? And secondly, what era Nas or which album would this fit on or fit on? That's the thing. There's a lot of people with dope beats, but it may not per se be a beat for a particular album. Like when you think about Jay and Ninth Wonder, which is his claim to fame commercially, right? Jay didn't select any beats on that beat CD. He gave him a sample. He had an idea. He had him flip the sample. You know what I mean? So I guess he never got over the hurdle to be able to get in the studio with Nas to be able to create. But I'm gonna keep it a being. I'm glad they didn't work together. In hindsight, I'm just trying because I'm not a big fan of God's stepson either. Some people don't like the beats on God's son, but if you go back and listen to the remix album, they're dope beats. But a lot of them don't even capture the mood of the lyrics. That's what production is about. He's an exceptional beat maker, but he's a good producer, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm a consumer, so if I'm copping the stuff, I feel as though I can have an opinion. You know what I mean? But I don't think that was. I think for the sake of both of them, I'm glad that they didn't work together. But as far as Ninth Wonder goes, in his eyes, it was probably a chance to make history. He just wanted that opportunity. So you can't knock a man for wanting an opportunity. For those who don't know, that's E Jones. He's a musician as well. He produces. I think he had like a bunch of beat tapes called Dead Stock and stuff like that. But he plays keys, I believe. So that's probably him playing on top of the actual sample. So for those who aren't in the know, that's E Jones. He's down with used to be True School, but I guess is Jamla now.
Boy, okay. Hey, look, man, we gonna come back with Night One D Jones, everybody in the studio, man. God almighty. On the block jam. The Cmon Nas edition. Come on now.
How can I say this in the most polite way with mature ears and eyes? That video, like people say that you're supposed to promote and sell yourself, right? That video is a bit cringeworthy in hindsight. I could be wrong, but it just felt like he was begging for an opportunity, and to see where his opinion is or the way he speaks of Nas in the latter years, or how he would overlook him in certain tweets with Grammy nominations information. It just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? The optics aren't that great. You know what I mean? For someone like Ninth Wonder, who has become who he is, um, seems like he's begging. You know what I mean? And I don't think Nas is really feeling the fact that he remixed his album, and then you double back with a narrative. So it's almost like trying to he's reinforcing or pushing that narrative that Nas chooses whack beats. And Nas would probably do that. Don't say he doesn't say much, but I'm pretty sure he reads a lot and he knows what's going on. That's probably why that relationship or that opportunity to work together never came to fruition or seen the light of day. And as a fan, I am probably glad that they didn't work together, because it probably would have ended up sounding more like a mixtape than an actual album. Because think about it, as you mature, when you early on in the game, you think that people who do the beats are the producers. And I was probably a huge Little Brothers fan. Little Brother, the listening when it first came out, I must have had like 2 or 3 of them CDs because I just played them to death, as well as the Minstrel Show. You read reports now, and Fonte was the actual producer behind it. He may have not made the beats, selected the samples, but bringing that all together, the theme and the concept, and sitting around for mixing and mastering, it was his mind, his idea, his vision that created and morphed those classic albums. Yeah, it started with 9 beats, but overall it was Fonte's mind, right? So the question is, has Ninth really even throughout the course of his career given us a classic album as a producer of the entire project? He had dope projects, but on that scale, it's a little different than the underground. You know what I'm saying? Like underground, you're aiming for critical acclaim. When you're dealing with someone on a different stature and you have to hold down that whole project, is a whole different ball game. But um, just wanted to review that. Haven't seen it in a while. The beat was fire, but it didn't sound like an Esco beat. But who am I? Maybe he would have chose it. But as a fan and you just look at the totality of his work, I just don't know where that beat fits at in any Nas era. And if Ninth Wonder had the particular range, even at that time, to produce an entire Nas album, or maybe just get a one off, but on what album would you have put him on? It's the question I have, man. So shout out to all of y'all out there, man. Just wanted to review that video. I haven't seen it in a while. It's amazing how technology changes, right? Ustream. Now streaming is a prolific thing. It's in our lives. It is what it is. But at that time, like, you would deem to be getting exclusive content when that happens. So shout out to Nine. Shout out to Esco the Goat. Shout out to you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Are you glad that they didn't work together? Have you wish it would have happened? In what era? And which projects would have loved to hear Ninth on? Um, you know, as we stay here, as an easy experience. I'm on my way out of here. Go get yours. Yeah.